Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ellie, if you don't know that already. And in today's video I'm going to be doing my August plan with me, and I'm really excited to show you guys, so why don't I do that now? Okay, so for this month I wanted to be really simple but also creative and bright spread. So for the first page, the front cover, I did a really thin line that I used throughout all of the rest of the pages with my 0.3 and 0.2 fine liners is what I basically created this entire month out of. So on the first page I just did a very simple box with a little clip at the top that sort of puts another element of creativity, I guess. And then for August, the font I used was intentionally kind of loopy and messy and scribbly, which sort of was my entire theme. So it basically established the vibe that I wanted throughout my entire month, and I really liked how it turned out. Okay, so then I went on Pinterest and Instagram and I found a ton of pictures that all matched and was this theme that I wanted to create for this month. So I just picked this sunflower image, and also I printed through this really weird thing, so I don't think it had enough black ink, so there isn't a lot of contrast in the pictures because the printer didn't have enough black ink to make it dark. So basically all of the pictures have this really like vintagey retro look, and I think it's pretty cool. It kind of gives you a headache if you look really closely at it, but it looks pretty cool if you don't look closely at it. And then I just drew a few little flowers and plants, and they were really simple to draw. I just scribbled on a good amount of leaves and some flowers and some petals, and I think it all came together pretty well. Okay, so next, instead of doing a double page calendar, I decided I only want to do an important date section with a small calendar at the top, since obviously we won't be having as many events as we used to with still the virus. And for this font I made sure it was also kind of scribbly, and then I made sure the numbers were all slanted and with like the same slants, I guess, and it basically makes the entire 2 pages cohesive, and I'm going to try to keep that cohesiveness throughout the entire month. Okay, so one more thing I'm adding to this monthly spread. I am going to use my typewriter stamps, which I use more often later, or not more often, but I use it again later. And then I split my important date section into 2 halves so that it would feel a bit more neat, and then I just erased all the pencil markings, and that's it for those 2 pages. Okay, so my next 2 pages are my habit tracker and my monthly sort of reflection page, which I'm adding to this month so I can reflect on what I did in July and all that stuff. So for habits, I made sure I used the same cursive, and then I just put a bit of washi tape to sort of section it off, and then I used my little month stamps to imprint the habits on. Then on the bottom of the other side of the other page, I added a little embellishment in the corner by layering a couple pictures with some washi tape and some more of those scribbly little flowers. A bunch of sparkles, which I did throughout the pages. Just on the first page I did it later and my camera ran out of battery, so I have those sparkles throughout, just if you don't notice. And then on the bottom of the habit tracker I added a little quote, and this quote was a bit like the format wasn't right, so I just cut it up and then repositioned it so that it would fit on the page in a way that looked cool, and I think it did look cool. And I just added some paper scraps and a little gift tag to sort of give the quote some background. And then lastly, for these two pages, of course, I had to add some washi tape and some stickers, and these are both from Jordan Clark, her stationery shop, and I really love them for all my spreads. I used hers a bunch in my June bullet journal spread, and I am still using them. Okay, next is my notes page, and for this I decided to keep it really simple because after all I want a lot of space to write a bunch of random thoughts that I get pretty often. So I added some craft paper, and then of course another one of my pictures. I really love these pictures. I might link like a Pinterest board down below if I can remember which pictures I used, but I just continued with my typewriter stamp and notes and some sparkles, and then on the other side I added another picture with just like a washi tape embellishment in the back to sort of frame the picture, I guess. So lastly, I have, of course, my weekly spreads. So I actually saw Amanda Rachel do this in her, I think it was July bullet journal. She did a bunch of little French stories that you can sort of flip throughout the week. So I decided that I was going to try that. Okay, so basically I just had 6 pages where I decided to make little sections, and on the last page you're actually not supposed to cut it, but I accidentally cut mine. I ended up fixing that with just a little bit of washi tape and some pictures, and that covered up the seam nicely. And then I just used washi tape to, I guess, frame the edges of the French doors, and that was it for these little doors. So basically you're going to use them as little sections you need throughout the week, so it's easy to flip through, and you can have like the big weekly spread open and then these little ones, and then it's super cool to use, I guess, and I think I did an okay job with it. Okay, so then now is the big weekly spread. I just lined the top with some washi tape and then split the page into 6 sections, one for every day of the week and then of course the weekend. And yeah, that is basically it for this entire month. And I just alternated, or I just used Monday with black pen and then the rest with my gold jelly roll so that it would give some variation. Okay, and of course I had to add one last picture. This one is a little wheat plain, whatever you call it, wheat grass thing, and I'm done. Alright everybody, before I show you guys the final flip through of my August bullet journal spread, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, you should also give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in a video very soon.